Welcome. So today we are talking about the beast that stalks your lands. This is going to have to do with the beast that has taken over the global consciousness. So here's the deal. Everything that is inimical has first been created in man's mind and then the global mind. The beast has taken control of human thought. Now, the beast is the television and media magnates, and they have been telling you how to think for as long as they've been around. Here's the problem with this. We know that what we focus on, we create. So all of the disasters, all of these allegedly natural disasters, there is nothing natural about them. They have been created through man's minds. How many years ago was it that the media began telling us that, all these climate issues and all these things are going to start happening. You're going to start notice these things happening. And they're still doing it. I saw a chart the other day that showed the temperatures from, however many years ago, a few years ago. And they're basically the same as they are today. Like the exact same. But yet what they're showing you now, is this map that's all red and these are extreme heat waves and it's so extreme. Look at all this global warming. It's not happening. What's happening is the global consciousness is buying into it. You know how many people I have heard talk about global warming? Almost every person that I know has mentioned it at some point. Those words have come out of their mouth. They have been spoken into the consciousness. Now, if you follow this channel, then you probably believe in the Christ letters. You probably follow the Christ letters already, and you know that our consciousness is what creates the visible matter in our reality. Therefore, when we have a large collective that is blindly following what the beast is telling you to believe, then this creates a global consciousness, and the earth has to react. So I wrote a book in 2018. You can listen to it for free online here. I know I gotta put some more pep in my step when I'm talking, so I don't lull y'all to sleep. But you can also buy it for like a couple dollars on Amazon. Anyways, what it was talking about in there is the global consciousness versus the individual consciousness. So I'm going to tell you about this. Let's say you walk into a room and there's low vibes going on in that room. Okay, you now have the chance, the choice to either remain yourself, perhaps you're going to lift up the group, or you have the choice to lower your frequency and to go along with what the collective is doing in that room, which if you went in and it was low vibe, there were probably bullies, probably talking about other people, typical low vibe stuff. You have a choice in the matter. It's optional what you're going to do. However, the world does not have this option. It has to go with the majority of the collective and do what it is that they basically play out their beliefs. It doesn't have a choice. It can't say, no, I'm the most beautiful, wonderful planet that exists. I don't need to have any of these terrible things happen that are going to harm or hurt people. No, I am a planet made purely of love. However, when you allow the human mind, the consciousness, the fears, the beast really loves the fear, to take over, and you do this on such a scale, like the media is doing, that you have now taken over the consciousness, then all of a sudden we have earthquakes, flooding, famines, wars, natural disasters. All because of human thought, mind power, human mind power. What you are seeing is conscious made visible You are seeing consciousness come into reality, is what you're seeing. Now, how have we allowed this to happen? Well, we've allowed it to happen because we were sleeping and we didn't even know that it was happening. It's true, we didn't even know. We weren't aware until we became aware. But I want you to think about this for a moment, what it is that you watch when you're watching these movies and these horrible things that are happening to other people, and you watch them and you think, ooh, I hope that never happens to me. Okay, well, here's the deal. The things that are happening to people now did not happen to people 100 years ago, and the only reason for this is because of the beast that is stalking your lands, feeding people's minds with fear, and creating chaotic environments because of this beast. Now here's the deal. Here's the more deal. We allow our children to watch this. What? Sick. We allow our children to watch this. We don't. Here's the deal. So I keep saying that. I'm going to stop saying that. It's super annoying. So I have worked with numerous children. These are, keep in mind, only the kids who have come to me. Only the kids who have parents who are open-minded enough that have brought them to me to help them with this issue. But this is children who were watching children's network shows, who then had some horror movie commercial come on and scared the pants out of this little person. I'm talking numerous children. How has this been permitted? How are these children's network channels that we're using as our babysitters are allowing this type of chaotic fear-based energies in? I'm telling you, they're not allowing it. They want it. This is how they gain control. And fear is a powerful, very, 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 very powerful emotion. All right, when you are afraid, I want you to think about that frequency that you're emitting. Even if you're watching a scary show, if you're anything, think about that frequency. It's so powerful. Even thinking about it, you know what I'm talking about. And you are throwing this out there in the consciousness when you're living in fear, and it's returning back to you through electromagnetism. You cannot, this is, the law of cause and effect, reaping and sowing. It's a fact. It is true. Cause and effect is real. What you put out, you get back. So what are they doing by having all of these fear-based shows? And I'm not just talking about horror movies. I'm talking about, let's say that you're watching some show and this man's cheating on his wife or she's cheating, and they're displaying these low vibe human behaviors, introducing them into your home. You are allowing this in your home. So when I came back this last time from the cabin, I decided, there's things that seriously need to change. And I didn't realize the last time that I had gone, I had started feeling myself, slipping down. Television, Netflix in particular, was part of it. It was part of it because what do they do on those shows? Well, first of all, sometimes they make fun of other people. This is the lowest vibe, most disgusting. Like, it makes me want to throw up when I see that. And so this type of behavior being displayed on television is normalizing it. It's making it okay, right? It's saying, go ahead. You can talk about other people. Haha, isn't it funny when we make fun of other people? It's so funny. Sick. Low vibe. So disgusting. And this is pushed through television. All these true crime things that everybody's into now. What are you doing? What are you doing? I actually have a friend who told me that they got some ideas from some really horrid, low vibe things that they were watching in their young 20s, and that they thought, oh, I need to go and do that now. So what we are doing is we are creating these people. He, of course, didn't follow through, woke up and wants to stop these chaotic energies here on the earth. But for many, this is creating them, creating more of them, and you spend all your time watching these, thinking it's in your consciousness. What do you think is going to come to you? So what you spend your time focused on is what you get back. So if you spend your time thinking about high vibrational things, just for a second, I want you to think, how many TV shows or movies do you know that are actually high vibe? The whole show, that it leaves you feeling like, oh, ooh, I feel better. I'm so glad I watched that. You know, how many? If there are any, focus only on those things and don't be giving your time to the beast. You know that Hollywood is run by the, elites, dark forces. You know this. It's all based around money, and it's all based around power. Now, here's the thing. I have been tempted of the devil. I have felt that power. I felt it. I had a friend that did something for me that night. I'm doing my meditation, and this energy came flowing into me, and it was unlike anything I've ever experienced before. Guys, I've had a lot of weird experiences that you'd think, oh man, you'd have to be on drugs to be on that, but it was not the case. This flow of energy came into me, and I felt this power literally coursing through my veins. This is what I think of when I hear, Jesus was tempted of the devil when he was out in the desert. I bet it was this. Because I'm knowing at this time, I could keep this power if I wanted to. I could do whatever I want with this power. But here's the deal. I'd already been enlightened. And so that power, and it's a good feeling, I gotta tell you, but it is nothing. Nothing. It's gum on my shoe in comparison to the love of the divine. That power can't heal anybody. That power can't do anything except be powerful and be power. And I don't need it. I prefer the love that exists because it's the only thing that's actually real. So having experienced this temptation and telling it, no, I choose the love. Immediately that power left, and I was just left with this feeling of uplifted joy and bliss, knowing I made the right choice. And it really was a temptation. Here, you can have this. No, I don't want it. I don't need it. But I understand, and I'm compassionate towards those humans, the actual humans that have experienced this power, haven't experienced the love, and took that because, it was a pretty powerful and amazing feeling. And if you had not experienced the love, had I not known this love beforehand, I would have been awfully tempted to take it. I'm not going to lie. But because I've experienced this love and I know what I know, with no doubt, I don't need it. I don't want it. I won't have it. But this is what's running Hollywood. That's what's running it, that power. So it's hard to get away from, isn't it? When I came back this last time after the cabin, I had Netflix on my iPad. Like, I just opened up the screen and seen the logo on there. Can't even do it. I can't even do it. I can't even expose myself to this anymore, knowing who is in control of that and knowing what it has done to me in the past. It subtly lowers your vibration to the point that you don't even know that it has happened. It takes over your mind. And what is happening during that time when you're sitting there mindlessly watching TV and everybody says, oh, I need to relax. I need some downtime. Yeah, we do need to relax. Yeah, we do need some downtime. Why? Because the world's not operating as it should, and people are doing jobs that they hate and living life where they have no passion in their life because that thing that they're so passionate about didn't work out the first or second time that they attempted it, so they gave it up because they thought, oh, this isn't for me, when no, it was a test and it was learning, and it was the universe seeing how much you really want it. And so all these people are going throughout their life, living their life without the passion that is meant to be there. And what happens with these people is when you're not living out your passion, you're expending your energy, but it's not getting refueled. You're not getting it back. Because where's this energy coming from? It's only coming from your body. And so we are fueling ourselves. And so when we are depleting our energies, and there's nothing that we're passionate about, passion creates energy. When I was making, once again, when I went to the cabin this time, I was told I needed to begin to make these energy balls, these balls of protection. I know why now. I'm not going to speak about that today, but I was told and shown how to make them and exactly the process of what it is that I need to do. And so I was supposed to be making 17 of these a day. Need to be making 17 of them a day by August 7th. So it was kind of difficult the first few days that I did it. I'm like, oh man, I could only muster up the strength to do 7 and then 8 and then 11 after I prayed and asked for assistance, and then 12, and then all of a sudden, bam, I got to the 17. But this takes actual personal power. Like I had to figure out how to create more energy within my system so that I could do this. So what helped me do that was thinking about things that I was passionate about. As soon as I feel like, oh, I can't, this energy ball isn't filling up. I know this might sound strange, but it wasn't filling up. And I'm like, okay, well, I just started thinking about things that I was passionate about. Or I thought about love. I went through all of my friends. One of the nights when I was doing this, I just thought about how much I appreciate and love all of my friends. And so each one of them I used to create this energy ball, just thinking about that passionate, I love my friends. That, and how thankful I am for them. That passion, that builds up energy within your system. So if you're doing a job and you don't have that, you need to find it from somewhere else, right? So because people are operating on this low energy system, because they're so part of the world, because people don't know a different way, then the energy plane that we're living on is lower. And so we need more rest. We need more downtime because we just don't got the energy expenditure. So then what do people do? Well, I need a break. So then they sit down and they watch some low vibe show, which lowers your energy stores, depletes them even more, and creates negative karma for yourself. But we believe that we're doing ourselves a favor because we're tired and depleted and need the rest. Same goes for any low vibe books, anything that causes chaos in the mind, anything that lowers, anything that's not in alignment with divine love, and it will deplete your energy stores. So what do we need to do here? I don't know, spend more time on YouTube, looking up things, learn something. Did you know that it takes 10,000 hours to become, what do you call a professional at something? 10,000 hours. So what is it that you want to do? Do you want to learn how to play the guitar? Do you want to learn how to paint? Do you want to whatever? YouTube's got everything for free on here, man. Pick what you want to do and just, instead of wasting your time on those low vibe beast run shows, choose to do something else for yourself. Garden, go outside, go do something, be in nature, learn a new skill, do anything except feed the beast. We don't want to feed the beast. We need to take this beast down. And when people realize what has really been going on, when they really see what has been happening and that the beast is in control of our lands through the media and through television, people will be appalled, and they will wake up and they will demand for things to be different, but they've got to be aware of what's happening first. So did you know that during COVID, that, well, I haven't had TV in such a long time, that I go to a hotel during this time and turn on the TV. So keep in mind, I hadn't had, I don't even know how many years it's been, 12, 13, 14, 15, something like that. Long time. So I haven't seen commercials, right? Now I have here, because I'm down here with my mom. But during COVID, hadn't seen any. So I turn on the TV, we're at a spa, and all the commercials, I understood then why everyone that you ran into was all saying the exact same thing, why everyone was all pushing the exact same message. And it's because they were absorbing it blindly through their television sets, or absorbing it willingly, not blindly, through their television sets. This is the only reason why, was because of their TV. Every commercial, it was like every third commercial, there was some type of message that they were pushing through here. So did you know that if you are exposed, let me say, here's an example. I tell you that the color pink is actually blue now, and I expose you to this 220,000 times. It is now permanent. There's no way to undo it. There's no way to undo it. You now believe the blue is pink. It's permanent. So judging by the amount of commercials that I saw just in, I think we were watching a dog show. I'm positive we were watching a dog show. I would normally not watch that. It was adorable. Anyways, like a dog show, like it's in, like they're showing, like dogs are competing kind of thing, like the best poodle, the best whatever. So just in the commercials for this show. So the show in itself was not low vibe. This is just the commercials. I'm going to say probably 45 times was there a message that was pushed just through these few hours of this show. Like minimum, I'm saying 45. Probably approximately about that. So this is from a couple hours. So think about the people who leave their TVs on all day long. Now, I know from coming down here several years ago in the United States, coming to my mom's house, and she would have the TV on pretty regularly. And so I noticed that there was all of these commercials, this is years ago, for the Army, like, right? Join up with the Army today, or whatever it was that they were saying. But like, this was common. This was common, that it was coming up at least once per set of commercials that were coming on TV. So I says to my mom, I says, dude, like, look, they are pushing the Army hard, hey? It's on here all the time. And she goes, oh, I didn't even notice. Right? She didn't even notice, but yet this has been going on for ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. But you subconsciously absorb these things, and you're not even consciously aware that you're doing it. What a genius thing it was for the beast to take over TV and media. All they need to do is take over TV and media, and they have control of the populace. This is how it works. Now here's the problem with this. It's not going to work forever because people are waking up. We are on an evolution of consciousness. We are actually evolving. So think of this as a spiral where we have been in the past. If you think about the Library of Alexandria, it burns to the ground. All these secrets are there. The secrets are coming out. You can't keep them away from man. And the secret is that electromagnetism is real. This is the biggest thing of it all, is that what you put out, you get back. And it's a fact. And it happens to you personally, and it happens on a collective global scale. There's no escaping it. So these secrets to the universe are coming out, and this is creating an evolutionary upliftment. And if you think about a spiral that is constantly moving up, spiraling around, coming up, going higher and higher and higher, we now, because we're at the, because we're at where we're at the now, right now, the consciousness shift that is coming, that we are going to experience, is going to be massive, massive. Have you guys seen the show Interstellar? Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway. anyways, the end of the show, you gotta stick it through to the end. But at the end of this show, he ends up in this place that is basically just all different dimensions, and there's no time that's there. And so he can access communication with his daughter, who he hasn't seen in a long time, through this space. But what was so interesting to me is that he's talking about that it is made of love, and that there is something about love, there's something about the frequency of it, there's something about the energy of it, there's something about it, because this place that he found was made of love, and he just knew it. He just knew that this place was made of love so that he could contact his daughter. So that element of love is what Hollywood is trying to keep us from, right? Sometimes we'll see these beautiful love stories. Oh, those are so nice. We love those. We love those. Of course we do. What a wonderful thing. But very often we don't. And they're pushing shows about love affairs and about all kinds of other low vibrational things. And it just depends what we're going to allow into our own world. You know, I know after my husband, after I found out that he had cheated, oh man, did I ever get triggered by certain TV shows. Like, you know, even the mention of prostitutes, even the mention of this or that really, really got to me, which allowed me to see how pervasive it actually is, right? I've healed those triggers. If you have any triggers, it's because you have unhealed trauma, so you need to heal that trauma. But it allowed me to see that isn't like, it was difficult even choosing a show that didn't have something like that involved in it. This is how pervasive it is. Like, how many shows do you know? And that's just one topic: affairs, cheating, that kind of thing. That's just one of those things. Now, let's say here somebody's been affected by alcoholism or this or that. Well, how many times are you going to be triggered by how many different shows, seeing people in there getting wasted, whatever it happens to be? They are displaying for you all of the sin. Okay, there's not actually sin, but they're displaying for you all of these low vibrational things, making them acceptable, making them normal, introducing them into your world. And by doing that, they take over your thought. They take over your consciousness. When you are watching something else, you are no longer in control of your own consciousness. Whatever it is that you're watching, that is what is controlling it. This is why when you watch a movie, you cry, you laugh, you move, because it has control of your mind at the time. You don't. It does. So being very aware of what it is that you are exposing yourself to, what it is that you're allowing the beast to do for you. I can't even turn mine on anymore. I watch YouTube now. I can't even. I don't even think my iPad's got battery life charged up in there, because I just cannot expose myself to this. I know it's low vibe, and there's so much better that I could be doing for myself, and so I'm going to do better for myself and choose something that's high vibe. I'm going to pursue passions, right? Spend that time doing something that you're passionate about. And if you're like, oh, I don't even know, well, then figure it out. Figure it out. You didn't come here to not have something to be passionate about. And if you don't have something, then it's just because you haven't figured it out yet. So start pursuing this. What is it that I really like? What is it that I really want? You know, for the longest time, I didn't know what I wanted. Didn't know what I wanted. It's like, just speak it out in the universe, because I know I can manifest. I can, anything I want, but I didn't know what I wanted. And if you're not clear about it, it's dangerous to manifest, right? Because what if you change your mind tomorrow? You meet somebody and you're like, oh, I want to be with this person. I want to manifest them. Well, how do you know that that's the person you want to manifest unless you really know? You don't know. So maybe you should leave it up to the divine. What is it that you want? I want what is best. Okay, speak out the things that you want. I want stability. I want consistency. I want love. You know, when you speak out things general, and then you say, and I want what the divine deems best for me, then it can take away the specifics of it. The specifics of it. You don't need to know the specifics. And by speaking this out in this way, things will begin to come to you and you'll be like, oh yeah, you know what, I am kind of passionate about that. I feel called to take this up or to go to this paint night. Maybe you'll go to a paint night and you'll be like, man, I really enjoyed that. I think I want to pursue painting, right? Or, this is going on this evening. I think I'm going to go and attend it. And you go to some type of event or you go to something and you meet somebody and they do this thing and you're like, ooh, that's interesting. Things will line up for you when you start seeking it. So if you're looking for something to be passionate about, just be open to that information coming to you. Like say, hey, I'm ready at this time in my life to find something that I'm truly passionate about, and then be open. And it will come to you. Back to the beast. So I guess my advice for you here, if you have little children, be careful. Be careful about what channels they're watching, because I'm telling you, these kids came to me, many kids, and they were watching the Kids Network, was where these horror commercials were. You know, here's the thing, though, that brings me some comfort is that whoever did that, whoever agreed to it, whoever, first of all, made the movie, whoever decided to put it on the Kids Network, and then whoever agreed to put it on the Kids Network and did this, all of them will get their karma. It's coming back to them. So, you know, I'm not mad about any of these things. It's disgusting and it needs to stop. But those people are going to reap their karma, and the damage that they have done on these little children that haven't come to me. Obviously, there's probably hundreds and thousands of kids out there, you know, that didn't come to me, that are still under the guise of this horror fear that they put in them. What kind of damaging, these poor kids trying to go to sleep at night, afraid that some horrid thing is going to happen. Like, what a disgusting, only evil does this. Love has nothing to do with it. So, you know, when people are like, well, how does God allow all these horrible things to happen? God, the divine, doesn't allow. The divine gave you free will to choose. And the divine set out certain laws of the universe to perfectly care for you, that what you put out you get back. So you don't need to suffer in any way, because what you put out you get back. So let's say that you did have to suffer in the first part of your life here. You don't need to suffer for the rest of it. This is karmic energies from a previous life that you were dealing with, if it wasn't something that you created at the start of your life. So what you can do now is set yourself up, create a life of only what it is that you want. And you do that by thinking, by using your thoughts, by using your words, by using your actions, all in alignment with divine love. That's all I got for you here today. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you for following my channel. Please like, share, subscribe. I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.